You just don't realize how you just saved me.
Hi lovelies, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana and here is Ballistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload videos, you will be the first person to be notified. Alright lovelies, let's dive into today's video.
So I am married. I've been married for 17 years. I've been in a relationship for 20 years. I'm 52 and I have been absolutely obsessed with watching all the single girls' 5 to 9s after their 9 to 5. And the reason why I'm so obsessed with watching them, because I am filled with absolute envy and jealousy about what these women are doing. And I'm jealous because when I was single, I never did anything like that. Didn't get married. I didn't get married until I was 35 years old. So that means I was single for a very long time in my young adulthood. And I really considered that time at the time as like a placeholder kind of event. Meaning that in my mind, I wasn't really living life. I mean, I was working, I had boyfriends, I was going out, I was doing things, but I didn't put any real investment in that time because to me, it wasn't a real life that I was living. I was just kind of going through the motions in a way until I could live my real life, which is when I got married. Because in my mind, that single time wasn't a real time. It was just kind of waiting out the time until I met the man that I was going to marry, have children, and then I was going to have a real life. Now, all of these years later, married for such a long time with 2 daughters, and I'm scrolling on TikTok and looking at these single women I was those women, but they are enjoying and reveling in the time, the peace, the calm, the self-care that being single is. Not having to worry about catering to a mate, not worrying about what your partner thinks, not having to take care of children, not having to manage a household for all these people. Just coming home and being able to make your choices that are self-care, that are affirming, that's your time, your peace, and like literally enjoying and valuing that time. I never did it. I thought it was a waste of time. I thought I was just going through the motions until I could live the real life, which was marriage. And I've been living that real life for 17 years. And I'm so tired and I'm so exhausted. And today I woke up, I've been sick all day, but I haven't been able to really take care of myself or rest and relax because I have so much I have to do. I'm vicariously living through those women, posting those lives and thinking about what if.
Okay, no, but can we talk about this one, y'all? Because when I was in my early 20s, I hated being single. I was still drinking the red Kool-Aid of the patriarchy, and honey, to be single as a woman meant something had to be wrong with me. And I for sure went about life at that time feeling as though this life of singleness that I'm living is just a placeholder until I become somebody's wife. It wasn't until I began approaching age 24, which is the same age that I thought I'd be married by, and I was still single, that I began to ask myself, what if I'm single longer than I thought I'd be? Which led me to this scenario. Imagine it's 20 years down the line and you now are married and have kids. And the few times you have to yourself, you find yourself reminiscing on the days that you were single. Now, while you're reminiscing on those days, how do you want to feel about that time? Do you want to feel gratitude that you used that time intentionally? Or do you want to feel regret for spending all of that time waiting for a man and kids?
I get what you're saying. I absolutely understand both sides. As a single woman who is out here and can understand, what younger women are doing these days that aren't married, that don't have any kids. We do have time to do those things, but at the same time, it's like a double-edged sword because, we kind of have to do this. I'm pretty sure we all would like to have, a husband and have children, but at the same time, we have to do this because life is very different. Men are different from, back in the day. And so younger women are just choosing to love themselves over dealing with the nonsense that's really going on. Also, I think that it's never too late for you to start. You can start, doing this for yourself, whether it's a day, whether it's, your own personal day once a month, rent your hotel, and take the time to pamper yourself and be alone and just relax and recharge. But, it's awesome that you are appreciating what younger women are doing these days. Hope that helps.
Been absolutely obsessed with.
Lady, you just don't realize how you just saved me. Because I'm like the person that you were when you was younger and you was thinking like, oh, I'll start my life when I'm married. I'm living that right now and I need to stop. Because what the hell is I'm doing? Like, you just saved me. You just saved me, lady. You don't understand. You just saved me. I'm like, bro, what am I doing? Like, I need to be having a time of my life. Because actually, when you get married, you're tied down. Plus, if you got kids too, baby, I need to be living life. Oh my God, lady, you just saved me. I'm 28 years old, lady, and you just saved me. I feel like a light bulb just went out. Like a switch. Like a click. Bro, I need to start really living. And stop focusing on, oh, I start living when I get a man or I get married. No, baby. No! You just saved me. Lady, you saving lives, okay? Okay.
I seriously love this. I totally understand where she's coming from, and a lot of women have made such mistake, and a lot of women have been making this type of mistake. That is why it's as if we have, high rate of divorce and all of that. So some of these women, when they are, single, they tend not to live their life. They tend not to do anything about themselves. They're just waiting and waiting for that man of their dream to actually come take them out or come get married with them. And they believe that when they are married, that is when they are going to start living their lives. And when these people get married, and this life that they are clamoring to live in the marriage state, they find out that they are too preoccupied, or they are too occupied, raising family or building family or raising kids, and all of that. And this will just make you not to actually live that life you want to live while you are single. And because of this, most of all these kind of people tend to like go on a divorce because they still want to experience this life out there. This also happens to both male and female. There are a lot of female, most especially when they have not really enjoyed their singlehood. They tend to to think that when they are married they're going to do that, and when they're not seeing this, the marriage becomes so boring. They want to do something different, they want to see something different. So in this case, in this woman's case, she talks about how she's over 50 years, and she have been addicted in watching these women living their life, like Get Ready With Me, or like my skincare routine, or those sort of thing that you can do without anyone obstructing you. Maybe there's no child there to obstruct you, or a husband to actually obstruct you, that you feel some kind of jealousy in her when she sees this kind of people. And she tend to ask herself, why is it that I was not opportune to live this kind of life? And she now realized that, okay, the mistake that she made was not living such life when she was in her 20s, while waiting until when she get married before living such life. So she is advising young girls out there to probably live their life to the fullest, build their career, their future, or whatsoever before, or while waiting for this man of your dream to come approach you. But her own case was that I think she never lived that kind of life. She decided to wait for the man of her dream to come, be with her before she want to start living such life. Now, the question is that as a result of this her narration and as a result of this her explanation, somebody actually stitched her video trying to tell her how she has helped her. There are a lot of people that are still in this same table. Most women are just trying to, like, they don't want to build anything. They're waiting up for a man to actually build things with. And this is why a lot of women that want to be a child wife become so boring in a relationship. But these men will not even they won't be aware. Because why? These child women have not, like, growing up, they never had the opportunity to actually know what really really they want. And not even about that, they also, they're not opportune to live their life to the fullest before getting married. And in getting married, they become a child wife. And child wife, then they become so boring, building families and all of that. They get not to do something for themselves. So that's why she's out there to keep advising people, especially young Jerseyans, you know so that you can actually live the life the way you want, so that when you get married you will know that, okay, I am done with this kind of life. It's time for me to just settle down, or I've already built myself. Like, build your career up without waiting for anyone. And that doesn't mean that after building your career, so that you to progress further, you want to just leave it out because you want to settle, and become a child wife. No, child wife does not really, it doesn't pay right now, because I've seen a lot of things happening on TikTok where a lot of women coming out to, to cry out how their husband later on divorced them and never left them with nothing because they are child wife, that the husband didn't leave her with nothing. Nothing was, So I will not encourage any child wife. Even if you want to be a child wife, make sure that your husband have something on your name, because you are giving up a lot to take care of him and his family and your own family as well. So if he told you that, okay, you need a child wife, people should have something, like, you should have an agreement that he's going to leave something for you just in case of tomorrow, because no one can dictate what might actually happen tomorrow. Anyway, lovely, this is it for the video. Why not just leave me your own thoughts in the comment section of what you think of this video. Alright, lovelies, I will see you when I upload the next one.